Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn, and this is Virgo's reading for October 2021. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for post notifications. The first set of cards I'm pulling come from the Nature Nurture Oracle deck by Marcella Krall, and the cards that came out are Nest for home, Moon, which is for timing in the reverse, Fire, which is for action in the upright, and Wild Woman, which is free, which is in the reverse. Okay. So there are a couple of things that kind of came through with the cards. For some of you, you might be looking to move your physical location, like, purchasing a new home, a new space, someplace that you can call home. And that is something that is working its way, because it looks like you've been trying to do this for a while, but this is really about divine timing. So there's a little bit of divine timing happening here. There is a sense of restriction where you currently reside, or you feel restricted, or you don't feel comfortable in the space that you're in, and so you're looking to move. But there's a sense of, I don't know, it's like a hangman type of sense. So it's like you're waiting for the perfect opportunity and the perfect time. Like divine timing is at play in this situation in terms of home. There's also the idea of fertility, like nesting. Like, when a woman is about to have a child, she goes through like a phase of nesting where she's like preparing herself to bring that child into the world. And so for some of you with the moon card here, you may be working on having a child, and so that is also a divine timing, or you may be preparing to give birth to a child, and so that would kind of change up your level of freedom in this world if your responsibilities are changing. And so with the freedom card, the Wild Woman in reverse, you may have been free to move around in certain ways, and there's a sense of restriction that comes with that. If there is a sense of like legal issues or legal matters, that might be something that's also kind of like showing itself with the freedom or free card in reversed. You might be restricted a little way, and it, legally speaking, that is like locked up, and all that. There are some things with the Fire card that require action right away. So if you are pregnant, or if you're trying to get pregnant, you might actually want to seek out some type of help with that. Or you might be pregnant and don't even know it. And so there is some sort of like prenatal things that you have to like tend to. We're going to move on to the tarot to see what the tarot says, or if the tarot has any additional advice or information to give. The first set of cards that came out are the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Cups in the upright, and the Justice card in reverse. So with the Justice card here, and like I said, with the Free card in reverse, you might be worried about some type of legal matter that you feel is going to end like unfairly on your part, that's going to restrict your freedom or your ability to be free. If you are in court right now, it looks like there's going to be some sort of definitive answer about the case relatively soon. The Justice card is a 9, but the Nine of Wands is also a 9, and that signifies endings. So some chapter, some major chapter in your life is coming to a close, and there is a element of justice that is involved in that ending. So if you are awaiting some sort of court proceeding or legal proceedings or matters of legality, that is going to be coming to a close soon, right? And of course, that is for some of you, not all of you, okay? The Nine of Wands in reverse is really talking about kind of coming through a painful situation that's kind of left you, bruised and battered. If you see this guy, he's standing with his wands or his staffs, and he has like a bandage around his head, and so he's come through it. He's been through it, right? And at the end, he's kind of looking at the Knight of Cups because he's towards the end of this journey. And he's ready for it to all kind of come to an end, because he really wants there to be a new start in his life with the Knight of Cups, really kind of like moving forward to a space of like beauty, of calm, of peace, really, like I said, kind of stepping into like that Libra vibe. Maybe even looking for love, to start, something, a new relationship, but this is after the ending or the close of something that was really rather painful for you. Let's pull some more cards and kind of see what else the deck says. So yes, here we have the 10 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the 3 of Cups, the King of Cups, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the 7 of Cups in the upright. Okay, so yeah, with the 10 of Swords here, there is some sort of painful ending that is kind of like cycling itself out, right? And this ending is related to some sort of social group that you were attached to, like people that you used to hang out with, people that you were friends with. It could be like family. Okay. In the process of this ending, you might have been overspending, kind of like really restricting yourself also from people, kind of closed off, suspicious of people. And this is due to things that have happened to you in the course of your relationship with other people that have left you very defensive, and kind of like trying to always have a watchful eye for who you think you can trust and who you think you can't trust. But at the end of the day, with the Knight of Cups here, it's like you do want to welcome in that loving type of energy, but you're pretty much afraid, right? Because you've had some experiences in the past that have really kind of left you damaged. But it looks like a lot of that stuff is in the past, and you're like trying to enter into like a new phase of your life. I kind of feel like your energy is the King of Cups, so you are like emotionally balanced, and you are, in that space where you're emotionally balanced. But I feel like there is a little bit of distrust with someone in your life that might be a water sign, which is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because you kind of feel like you have to watch your back with this person, because you're never sure about what they're going to do. They present things to you one way, but then they do something else. And so you're a little bit guarded with them for that reason. I'm going to pull some clarifiers for the reversals, just to get like a clearer picture of what's happening in this spread. The 9 of Wands in reverse is being clarified by the Temperance card in the upright, the 7 of Wands in the upright, and the 7 of Swords in the upright. I feel like I did just say that I felt like the Temperance card was there, right? And here we have the Temperance card, right? Okay, so the 9 of Wands reverse is talking about really coming through like a rough time, and it's an ending. And the way that the cards fell out is the reason why you're coming through, whatever you're coming through is like you're at the end of this situation. So this is a situation that has passed, where you discovered that someone that you cared or trusted or loved was doing something behind your back, or it came to light that someone was being very deceptive towards you, right? I think when this happened, this kind of like puts you in a space of like withdrawal. And in that space of withdrawal, now you're ready to come out. I think that you had some sort of arrangement or agreement with this person, that you had some plans that set in place based on this person, and you felt misled. like you didn't get the full information, like they didn't tell you everything. They basically showed you one thing. They did like a switch and bait. They showed you one thing and then gave you something else. And so that basically, whatever plans you had with this person, or kind of working off of that person's word, kind of like went to crap, right? So you ended up in a space feeling kind of dejected, really hurt, really feeling betrayed. And I think for a lot of you, this particular situation had such an effect on you that it actually kind of catapulted you more into like your spirituality. But right now, you are waiting for like the tide to turn. Like I said, you are ready for a new start. You are ready to kind of like move forward. The Temperance card for me is a sign of grandmother energy. Like it feels to me like a grandmother. I'm not even gonna get into the story about that, but it's like a person that is no longer here. Or did I say hangman? I think I said hangman, but Temperance is actually in line with the hangman in terms of like the energy that they present. But yeah, the grandmother energy is here, and it's like a spiritual type of thing where you're being actually ushered into like a new phase, a chapter in your life, and that is something that you're actually waiting for to happen right now. Okay, so the Justice card in reverse is being clarified by the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Wands is showing up here again. The Chariot, which is also a 7, is showing up as well. The High Priestess, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. So there is a little bit of feeling like things did not end the way that you thought they were going to end, and there is some unfairness on your part, right? But you are at the stage where you want to move forward with the Chariot here. It's definitely forward movement, so that is going to be happening for you, that forward movement that you want, right? The Chariot is also a symbol of Cancer. So like I said, the sign or the energy of the person that you have like a little bit of distrust towards could be a Cancer. It could be a Pisces with the High Priestess card here. Could be a Scorpio, but it also could be they might have some fire elements in their chart. It could be a fire sign as well. So a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries individual. So those are the signs that I'm seeing kind of like involved in this whole situation. You have been working hard, Virgo, right? So you have been putting in work and really just trying to kind of take your time with everything and move forward, especially when it comes to you securing some a stable place to live, stable lodging. The Chariot, like I said, is representative of Cancer, but it's also Cancer kind of rules the home, the domain of the home, which in the previous spread, the Nest card came out. So that is definitely something that you're looking like you're working towards. This situation really had you messed up, but in the process of the situation, you actually, like I said before, really came into tune with your spirituality, and so that is something that you're walking away from the situation. No matter how hurt you were, you are sharper than you were before. You kind of like blaming yourself for the situation because you felt like you saw it and you might have been giving people the benefit of the doubt even though you were aware, and now you're in a state where you're fully trusting in your intuition in terms of dealing with people. And I think with you moving forward, that is something that you're going to be tapping into heavily, to kind of trust your own internal instincts about individuals moving forward, making the decisions about them, and actually trusting and leaning in on the signs and symbols that you get internally, like your internal system of knowing things, leaning on that heavily moving forward, because you really don't want to repeat the same situation that you just came out of, right? But in everything, no matter what, there's a lesson to be learned. And I think what you're moving away from is a real sense of security in your own personal intuition and your own personal magic, and really like paying attention to the signs that you get early so that you can avoid falling into a bad situation. But yeah, at the heart of it, like I said, is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries. The Page of Cups in reverse is clarified by the Six of Swords in reverse, the Two of Wands, and the Sun card. Now, this is really beautiful for me. I feel like you're really in the space where you are making plans. Like I said, the Two of Wands was kind of like mysteriously on the board in the last spread, even though it didn't show up. But here it's showing up, and it's showing up in the upright. So it's like whatever plans that you had that were deferred are actually going to be realized. And again, with the Chariot in the last clarification portion, you are ready to move forward, and you are ready for your plan. So moving is something that you're going to be doing, traveling, really kind of like making plans for your future. And it's going to be a bright and beautiful future. For some of you, you still might be holding on to the pain of the situation that you recently came through that caused you the heartache, and for some of you, like I said, it could be a family member, and this is the reason why it's hard for you to let go and move forward. But I do see that that is something that you're doing, which is beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful space for that. I'm gonna move on to the last reversal, which is for the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Pentacles is being clarified by the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Three of in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and then the World card. So this is like the last vestiges of holding on to being in a state where you feel unstable, you feel like there's not enough, and so you have to kind of like be stingy with what you do have, and really just coming to the end of that painful chapter in your life and moving into a new chapter in your life with the Two of Cups and the World card here, right? So this is an ending, and for some of you, this Two of Cups situation is like I said, it's something that you're actually yearning for, something that you are looking forward to, and it actually might be something that's in your life right now that you're kind of keeping it to yourself. Like, you're not telling anybody about it. It's like you're trying to keep all the joy to yourself because you're afraid. Like, you're afraid of it being ruined. You're afraid of letting outside influences affect this new start for you, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing, right? Sometimes Virgos like to keep things close to the chest, and they are really private, and so I kind of feel like that's what's going on here with the Two of Cups and all these cards. It's like you want to keep it to yourself because you are you're fearful of repeating the same patterns, or you're fearful of allowing the outside to kind of taint this new beautiful beginning that you're working on cultivating. I'm gonna move ahead to the advice cards. The first advice card is She-Wolf, which is weird because it feels like the Wild Woman card that came out, which is the message here says to unleash the wild within. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and desires. The she-wolf is a powerful shamanic soul who is half woman and half wolf. She's the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wilderness and the unknown and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what you need to do to express your true self. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you've been encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wild energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. The second and final advice card is the Animal Guardian card. which says for you to trust your instincts. Trust the powerful animal spirit within to learn more about yourself and your talents. The animal guardian is the card that represents the animals of the animal kingdom. Animals are angels of nature who have incredible lessons to offer and medicine that can support you on your spiritual journey and help you survive some of your greatest challenges. When you connect with the energies of animals, you can learn a lot about yourself and the earth. You also have instinctive animal energy within you that can direct you towards everything you need and more. The Animal Guardian card depicts a tribal angel being held and supported by her animals. She has a love for them and they have a love for her, demonstrating how incredibly connected nature is with the spiritual realms. You have a powerful animal within that can be wild, protective, instinctive, and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel, they just express it, and you can learn from that. When this card arises, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and what you really need. Take the time to connect with your animal energy and express it naturally. Let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It will teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. So yes, Virgo, it really does look like there is a part of you that has learned from your past mistakes. You're separating yourself from the group, and also like really learning how to trust your own instincts and making decisions that are best for your life and what you're trying to do. And I think using the wolf as a totem, just kind of employ a little bit of the wolf energy in your life, being a little bit more wild and free, but also instinctual and paying attention to your instincts and trusting your own instincts about people, about situations, really to protect yourself, right? But also navigate in a way that is sly and just cunning, and be aware, be sharp. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. I really appreciate your time. If you feel like this reading is really resonating with you, I would love to hear it in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, forward it to a friend or someone you feel could benefit from the wisdom that is in this reading today. And I'm really rooting and cheering for you in this next chapter of your life. Thank you so much again for listening, and I'll see you next month.